Hello, my friends. Hello, hello. There is one person watching, and I hope whoever you are, you can hear me. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Brisbane in southeast Queensland. It's about 21 degrees, which is 69 in Fahrenheit. So it's actually warmer outside. Than it is inside today. But today I'm going to be doing this as a live stream and I'm going to be talking to you about a few different things. I'm going to be talking to you about the Ricoh GR IIIx HDF. I'll be talking to you about some of the film I've been shooting lately. I'll be talking about some of the cameras I've sold lately. I've actually been on a bit of a camera selling spree, and yeah, also some of the film I've shot. So we're going to start off. First of all, I'll show you this. I'll do the unboxing in about 5 minutes. So this is one of my purchases this week. This is well, actually bought it about 2 weeks ago. It was on special. This is the Ricoh GR IIIx HDF. So this is a really cool little digital camera. So yeah, really looking forward to playing around with this very soon. And yeah, I'll do a little unboxing here in a minute. But first, I'll talk to you a little bit about the film that I have been shooting. So recently, I've had a couple of rolls of this film, Oro NC500. So I've shot a couple of rolls of this in my Fujifilm Class S, and yeah, it seems to really like light. It loves light, I mean, all film does, but this one, if it gets underexposed, it's not that great. So with this one, I've been shooting it at a higher ISO. So I think I shot the first roll at 640 and the second one at 12 something. I can't remember. But I'm getting the film pushed one stop and pushed the other one pushed two stops. So yeah, I'm going to try out and see, does this film look good pushed? So that is what I'm doing. That's my little experiment with this film. And I've only got, I think, got one roll left. So yeah, so that's with the lab now. I've got down to the lab in Melbourne on Friday. So one roll of this will be pushed one stop and the other will be pushed two stops. So hoping, to get some more saturation, more contrast with this. Really looking forward to seeing the results. I also sent down a roll of this Kodak Color Plus. Of course, I'm shooting with the Olympus Stylus Epic in 2024 for the Frugal Film Project. So make sure if you're on Facebook or on Instagram, make sure you check out the Frugal Film Project. And there's a few other people who do videos all the time. So there's Dave Maharley, the old camera guy, and Molly from Eclectichrome, as well as me. We do sort of monthly videos on our Frugal Film Project results. So we've got my May roll down at the lab. Looking forward to the results with that. This is a camera which, is a camera people love, very expensive camera. I've had a hard time even liking it in the past. I'm actually growing to like it now. I don't love it, but I'm growing to like it, and I sort of got a way of working with it now that I think is finally, we're sort of getting into our groove. And the other roll of film I have down at the lab waiting for the results is something I picked up in Japan. So this is Fujifilm Superior Premium 400. So this was it's got Japanese writing all over the box here. I think this was the only box I brought back because I had to take it in my carry-on when I come back from Japan. And of course, I had to put the film in little plastic bags, so I get a hand check. And yeah, so that's it there. This is my first roll I've shot with this. So I've sent that down with the other rolls of film down to Halide Supply in Melbourne. So hopefully, I don't know, midweek maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll get the results back from the Superior Premium. Really looking forward to seeing, what the difference is between, say, Superior Premium and regular Superior 400. I think it's perhaps just a bit more, I don't know, is there another color layer or something? It doesn't really say in the box. I think it's just probably slightly more saturated, who knows? So they are the 3 rolls of film I have at the lab at the moment. Okay. Now, what else have I got to show you? Well, should we do the unboxing? Because I have put this in the main sort of thing of the video, right? The unboxing. So here we go. If you come in late, this is what I'm unboxing today. Digital camera, beautiful Ricoh digital camera, the Ricoh GR IIIx HDF. Now, of course, I already have the GR3, which I love. This is has a full frame equivalent focal length of 28 millimeters. So I'll show you this. So it's quite a, sort of wide angle, I suppose, 28 millimeters. Lovely little camera. Love that camera. And now I've bought this one, which is the GR3X, and the X means that it has an equivalent focal length in full frame terms of 40 millimeters. So it's a bit more, bit of a longer focal length, which hopefully will be, better for portraits and close-ups and stuff like that. When I come back from Japan last year in April, I said, right, I love this GR3 so much, I'm going to buy this. ran out of money, and yeah, I didn't really, yeah, I didn't do it. But eventually, a year later, it's got to a stage where I've got a little bit more money now. I sold my Fujifilm X100V, and then I bought the X100VI, and then about 10 days ago, I sold the X100VI. Beautiful, gorgeous camera, probably the best looking digital camera I've ever owned, but it's just too big for my pocket, and I decided to sell it. Just looking at the comments now. Richie, hi Richie. I love my GR3. Yeah, great camera. I find that a lot of people who like shooting film love the GR3 series. So yeah, that's fantastic. Great to hear, Richie. And Keegan, what made you upgrade? Oh, which upgrade? Which upgrade was that? The to this? Because I've still got this one. I've got both now. If that's what you mean, the GR3. Anyway, let's get stuck into it. We're going to have a look at this. I've actually had this in the house for like 48 hours, and I haven't opened it. Well, I've opened it to make sure there was a camera in there. I didn't want to get dudded by the seller, who was, the distributor in Australia. So I'm sure they weren't going to send me a brick in here. There's definitely a camera inside, but we're going to have a look now. First, though, I'm going to take my jumper off because it's actually getting really warm now. It's actually very beautiful and warm outside. So I need to get outside after this and get a bit of sunshine. Might need to do a bit of mowing. Actually, the grass is getting a bit crazy. Okay, so let's open up this beautiful GR3X and HDF. Now the HDF, of course, this is a new version of the camera. The HDF means it's got a what's it? I've actually written down here because I thought I'd get it wrong. Is it a high diffusion filter, which basically means it's a built-in, built-in sort of black mist filter. So got some kind of guarantee card or something like that. Then we have the operating manual for the GR3X HDF. That's just in there. And there's also something with it. What is this? Oh, there's some stuff in Japanese. Oh no, welcome to the world of GR official. That's cool. And there's a little like cheat sheet or something there in English and Japanese by the look of it. That's cool. But we don't really care about the paperwork, do we? We want to get a look at the camera. So let's have a look here. I've just got to get a bit of cardboard out of the way. Here it is right here. I'm just about to grab it. Gosh, it's actually hard to get out of the box than you think it is. First of all, I'll show you the battery. There you go. There's the Ricoh battery. I don't know how to get this. Here we are. There's the camera. So I've got a strap here. Get the strap, which is great. Nice little black strap by the look of it. It's not very big, is it? Is that a finger strap or is that I'm not sure if that's a finger strap or a hand strap. It doesn't look very big. And here is the camera here, folks. So yeah, wow, very exciting. Well, here we are. Look at this. And I'll just take it out. Hopefully I won't drop it. That would be a shame, wouldn't it? And wow, look at that. There we go. There is the GR3X HDF. HDF, of course, is a high diffusion filter, which is like a black mist. In the regular GR3s, they have like an ND filter, which I must admit, I don't think I've ever used the ND filter in my GR3. But they swapped out the ND filter for a black mist style high diffusion filter in this little one. So that's really nice. The shutter button's actually a different color, apparently. It's like a silvery gray button, which is cool. And so, yeah, really looking forward to shooting with that. Richie says, I'm running a quarter Nisi black mist filter, never comes off. Yes. I actually had the Nisi filter. I still got the Nisi filter, actually. I'm trying to sell it. I've got the Nisi filter for the X100 series, which is fantastic. I've got a video on this channel about this black mist filter I used in Sydney on the X100V when I had that. Actually selling it now because I've got no X100 cameras left. But yeah, really cool filters. So that's great. And yeah, what made me upgrade to the GR3X? Yeah, it was just basically because I decided that when I went to China in March, I took my GR3 and the Fujifilm X100VI. I was really excited to do a side-by-side comparison. I love the love the GR3, love the Fujifilm X100VI, but the Fujifilm X100VI, I had to put around my neck all the time. It wouldn't go in a pocket. If I put it in my pocket, my pants would fall down, which isn't a great look. I didn't want to get arrested in China, obviously, with my pants down. So I had to put it around my neck all the time, and your neck just kind of gets sore having this camera, big weight around your neck. Very similar story to why I switched to the GR3 in the first place. And I don't really know why I bought the X100VI. I think I was kind of carried up in the hype of the whole thing. Everyone's getting one, everyone's excited. But in the end, yeah, I just felt, although it's a beautiful, gorgeous camera, great results, I don't really, I prefer having something this tiny and this small in my hand. And certainly when you're doing travel in the street, to be able to whip this out your pocket and just take a quick picture, you're a lot more stealthy, I think, than, having something a bit bigger like the X100VI. How good is the feeling when you take the camera out of its new plastic bag? It does feel good. It does feel good, Richie, although I was almost panicking that I was gonna drop it here. That would have been a bit of an embarrassment if I dropped the brand new camera. But there it is. Look how black that is compared to where's my I don't even know where my diary. This is the diary edition of the GR3, so it's a different color. So it's good now. I got two different colored ones, so I know which one's which pretty easily, which is great. So I'm going to put that over there. So that's great. What else have we got in the box? I don't think we've finished the unboxing yet. I think there is just a charger in there. Is that it? Let's have a look. Gosh, there's so much cardboard in here. You wouldn't believe it. Yeah, there's just a charger. So that's it. So that's pretty cool. I'm just going to open up this little strap now. How big is the strap? Because the finger strap for the Diary Edition camera is beautiful. I love it. It's perfect. This is like a wrist strap. There you go. That's cool. Can you tighten that? You can't really tighten it though, can you? Okay, so that's a wrist strap. It's a little bit loose, isn't it? I might have to try and get a finger strap for the GR3X. This is the finger strap, the limited edition one that it's got GR there on it, which came with the Diary Edition camera in a nice little kit where you also got the nice case as well. So when I first got this, I thought this is ridiculous. That's stupid. Like, who is ever going to use that? Honestly, for this camera, this is the best thing since sliced bread. You just put that around a couple of fingers, and it's perfect, absolutely perfect, a finger strap. So I'm now looking for a couple of different finger straps on Amazon and eBay. I think there was some in America, but that shipping was going to take a while. So I'll probably now just try out the wrist strap with the GR3X, but I probably will try and get some kind of finger strap. So there you go. That is my new purchase. So there'll be a new video coming very soon on this channel. I have so many video ideas, but I just physically don't have enough time to do them all. But I have about 20 or 30 video ideas. So I'll definitely be doing a video soon about this one. I've still got quite a few videos coming up comparing the GR3 with the X100VI because I took quite a lot of footage and quite a lot of photos in China. I still have film videos coming out from China. So I'm going to do one. What's my next film one from China? Oh, I shot a roll of, what was it? I can't even remember what it was. I shot a roll of something with the Minolta TC1. Like I shot a roll of film in a day on the Minolta TC1 in China, my last day in China. So that video is coming soon as well. I think it was Pro Image 100 actually. So that's going to be cool. Really looking forward to doing that. So yeah, lots more videos coming up. Probably the first video that's going to be coming up though is it's going to be 5 cameras I can't live without. So you may have seen there's a whole group of film photography bloggers who recently came out in May, I think it was it June? I can't remember. And they all did blogs on the 5 cameras that they'd never do without, that wouldn't leave their cold dead hands or something like that. So, there's Theo Panagopoulos, there was Mr. Cosmo Photo himself, Stephen Dowling, there was Mike Ekman, I think, did it. Loads of people did it. So I've done a video version of that, 5 film cameras that I can't live without. And so yeah, that'll be coming to this channel within probably the next 24 hours. I just have to find some time to finish that off. My son's actually sick. He's in the next room watching YouTube. So I've been playing nurse to him, making sure he's okay. Everyone in the house has been sick this week. Early winter, everyone gets sick in Australia. All the flus and stuff and viruses seem to hit us. And my wife and my daughter just got over it. I'm still a little bit ropey, but I'm doing okay. But my son's got it now. So hopefully after I look after him, get him some food, I'll be able to finish off this next video. 5 cameras I can't do without. And spoiler alert, one of them is the Contax T3. Just a bit of a spoiler alert there. So what else? Let's have a look at my little list here. I'll show you a couple of other things I bought. Actually, let's go to the comments. What do we got in the comments here? Alex says, have you been to the camera fair? Yes, I have been to the camera fair, Alex. Actually, you know what? I will talk about the camera fair next, then I'll show you my purchases. We'll just go through the rest of the comments though. Richie, I've been looking to try and find a shorty strap. They seem pretty hard to find. Well, to find one I like, yeah, that's always the battle, right? Finding one you like. And I'd love to get an X-Pan one day. Yes, I'd love to get an X-Pan as well. The closest I've ever got is using my friend Matthew. He came up from Melbourne, and yeah, there's a whole story to that. He put the X-Pan around my neck, and we were at the GOMA, the Gallery of Modern Art in Brisbane, and I had this X-Pan around my neck, because I was worried about dropping it or something. And I looked down, and the strap didn't look like it was about to come off the camera. And I said to Matthew, Matthew, is this camera strap on properly? And I can't repeat on a live what he said, but it was a swear word. He was like, oh no. And yeah, he hadn't put the strap on the X-Pan properly, and it was literally about to crash and fall and smash in a million pieces on the floor of the Gallery of Modern Art. in Brisbane. So I did a podcast on that years ago. I almost dropped an X-Pan. So yeah, X-Pan is definitely the one that got away. Also the Mamiya 7. How good's a Mamiya 7? Would love one of them, but unfortunately, yeah, just a lot of money to invest, isn't it? So the camera fair. So this time last week, when I wasn't sick, maybe that's where I got sick from, the camera fair. There's a lot of people at the camera fair. It's always held around the first Sunday of June. I think one year they delayed it for a month because of COVID or something, but it's always like the first week of June. And I got over to the north side of Brisbane, and I thought I was going early. I was like 45 minutes. I was about half an hour early. And I was just about to pull into this perfect car parking space. I was doing like a 3-point turn in the street, and this car was barreling down towards me. And I said, "Oh, you go in front of me," and because I thought the car wanted to drive past me, the car went straight into the car parking spot, the perfect car parking spot, and stole it. And I was like, "Oh man, come on!" So I was very zen-like. I thought I'm not going to get annoyed or angry. I'm just going to go get another park. So I had to drive down about 300-400 meters, 300-400 yards down the street, and I eventually found one. And I actually got in the queue. The gentleman in front of me, I thought, I know this guy. Is this Son? There's a guy called Son Nguyen here in Brisbane. He's in the photography Facebook groups and stuff. And I've chatted to him before. And I thought, is this Son? We're kind of looking at each other. And he went, Matt. I went, Son. And it's like, man, I only ever see you like once a year, so I never know if it's you. So yeah, so I had a good chat to Son in the lineup. There was a lot of people, like even like half an hour before, there was a lot of people in the queue. And as it turns out, I actually where's my ticket? I've got my ticket here. Here it is. Here is my ticket to the Brisbane Camera Fair. I was number 80. I was the 80th person through, and I thought I was there early, and I wasn't. So there actually, it seemed like there were more. I don't know. It seemed like there was more people there this year, but less sellers. So that was interesting. I know that one of the guys, the Sydney camera sellers, Peter from Sydney, he wasn't there. He usually has very high end stuff, and he wasn't there this year. But there was a lot of good stuff to buy, a lot of good bargains. There was a guy called Paul Castle, who's sort of known in film photography circles around, and Paul actually picked up. I saw on Facebook he picked up a box of Fujifilm pack film for $10 a pack that had apparently been stored in a fridge and was perfect, and an Olympus XA for $4. So that's why you get there early, kids. That's why you get to the camera fair early, because people might be selling stuff. Now I did buy some stuff at the camera fair, but I was going around looking at all the cameras. There were some well-priced cameras there, but I thought, I almost bought a Canon, what's it called? The one with the f1.9 lens, the AF ML35. It's a classic 80s point and shoot. It was a guy had 3 of them for sale. Almost bought one. He had a 1000 ISO one. Almost bought one, and I was like, oh, I've got one at home. Like, why am I, even though it's a good price and it's great condition, why am I spending $100 that I don't have to? And then I was looking at some other cameras, and there was a nice one there. It was like an all-weather one for $30, and it looked pretty good. And I was like, why am I doing this? I've got ones at home. So I think I'm at that stage with my film cameras now. I've had so many. I've bought and sold. I've used them. And I'm trying to get them down to what I need to use now. I can't. I've literally got cameras on the shelf I haven't touched in years. You can probably see a couple of them up there, a few of them. So yeah, I was very restrained with my film camera buying. Also, probably because I missed some of the bargains because I was the 80th in the door. There was one film camera I was absolutely gutted not to get. So there was a gentleman and a lady, and they were selling. The gentleman, I don't know if it was like, I don't know, he must have been in his late 70s, early 80s. He was, I mean, I'm guessing. And I think it was a lady there helping him. I don't know if it was his wife or his daughter. I have no idea. But they were lovely. But they had a lot of cameras for sale, all $5. And there was a lot of 110 cameras, a lot of 35mm cameras, mostly kind of basic stuff. But they had some Polaroids. And the Polaroids, like I got Polaroids up on my shelf up there above me. But the Polaroids, when they're closed, they just look like they're all black. I picked up one and opened it up. It was the most gorgeous red Polaroid 600 camera. I was like, oh my, I've been looking for one of these, my gosh, for ages. I'd love a red one on my shelf. And I said to the gentleman, oh, how much is it? Because I didn't realize how much the cameras were. And he took it off me and said it's $5. And then he tried to close the lid. And I'm like panicking, like, and he closed it and he cracked the camera, and I was just gutted, like this beautiful red Polaroid. And unfortunately, he was just trying to close it for me. I don't know why, but he was, and he cracked it. I was like, oh, damn, I can't believe that's happened, but that's sad. That's just the way it goes with cameras. It just wasn't, the hinges of the camera weren't very, I don't know, loose or whatever. Probably needed some WD-40 or something, who knows. But I'll show you what I did buy. So at the camera fair, and now I'm going to do a whole video about this because I took some B-roll of people milling around the camera fair. So I'm not going to tell you too much about what I bought, but I will tell you that I bought eight digicam cams, 8 CCD digicams. So these range from the year 2000 up to 2005. Man, these are so cool. I bought them all off the same seller. It was actually, if you've watched my Ricoh R1 video on this channel, Ricoh R1 is the camera that broke my heart. I actually bought the Ricoh R1 off this gentleman at the camera fair. It lasted about 2 or 3 rolls and it broke. I love the results. I actually went and bought another one from eBay Japan. So the same gentleman was selling these digicams, and I bought them all. I bought 8 for $30 US, which is 45 Australian dollars, 8 of them. And it's kind of like he sells stuff cheap, but you never quite know if it's working or not. Like even if it turns on, you're like, I don't know if this is even working or not. But for $5 Australian, which is $3.50 US, it's like it's a no-brainer. A lot of these ones that I think almost everyone he's sold had a battery in and a memory card. Some of these memory cards, like they're like memory stick duos and like XD cards, like really old, obsolete memory. And if you want to go buy one of these on eBay, you'd be paying a lot more than $3.50 US. So I just bought 8 of them. And they're really cool. I'll show you the one I've been shooting with this week. It's called the Samsung. What's it called? The Samsung. Gosh, my eyes are so bad. Digimax V5. I'll show you the. They've all got these really cool sounds and welcome screens. Look at this. Can you see that? Okay, let's have a look. Hang on. There we go. Did you hear that nice, cool sound? And it comes like a little world icon. It's, very sort of like year 2000 kind of tech. I love it. Let's have a look at the comments. Alex, I got sick from the camera fair. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that, Alex. I'm wondering if that's how we got sick as well. I think my wife was the first to get sick though, but maybe I got kind of sick and passed it on to her. I'm sorry to hear that, Alex. Hope you feel better soon. Yeah, the camera fair is always like so many people, you're milling around and it's inside and outside, but it's always like a germ spreading place, isn't it? Unfortunately, I probably should have wore a mask. Gab, hi Gab, how you doing, Gab? Way cool. Wish we had camera fairs here. Oh, I thought you guys had over in the States. I thought you had camera fairs. Alex, I know Peter from Lars Carlson, the Hasselblad. Ah, right, yeah. So Peter is a high-end camera dealer in Sydney, but you pretty much have to go to his house. I think he's setting up a shop now in Sydney, and you can go. He's setting up a shop soon. I've never visited him because I'm quite fearful of my credit card after I come away from his house. And Lars Carlson, yeah, Lars. I know Lars is a very well-respected camera repairer. Was Lucy at the camera fair? No. You know what, Gab? I thought I might see Lucy Limon because I saw her there last year. Last year I had a stand at the camera fair and I sold quite a bit of stuff. But no, I was expecting maybe Lucy or Lux to be there, but no, they weren't. They're probably, I know I spoke to her probably about a month ago. I know she's been very flat chat with work and she did say, we should do another live stream soon. But I think she's just so busy doing client work, getting the bills paid, all that kind of stuff that, yeah, no, she wasn't there. What else have we got here? 8 cameras. Yeah, Richie, I was really impressed. Like, even if half of them don't work, 8 cameras for $35 US, which is, 45 Australian dollars, 30 US dollars. Yeah, 45 Australian dollars. Really, really impressed. I'm going to be doing a video about all of them soon. And most of them seem to work. There might be one or two that are a bit dodgy, but I think 6, I've got a good 6 that are good. The Samsung is way cool. Yeah, there's even a better one than the Samsung. There's a Canon one, and it comes up with this really cool like little bird on the back, and it's funny because I'll show you. Actually, I'll show you this. I'll show you this in the video as well. Have I got a look at this. This is like a 2004 camera, I think, and it's got this thing where you can. You can do that. You can do selfies. You can have the screen that way or the screen the other way if you don't want to chimp. Let's see, have I got the battery in there? How do you turn it on? Okay, here we go. Look at this. Here we go. Look at that. There's a bird. I don't know if you saw that. There's a beautiful like bird. And the funny thing I think about this camera is like with this camera, there's no way in the world you're going to get a beautiful picture of a bird like that. Absolutely no way. You need high-end photography gear. Let's have a look at it. Look at that. Absolutely no way you're going to get that for digicam. No way on earth. But I like their kind of bravado with this. Like here is this cool digicam. And the funny thing is, like one of these, I think it's this one here. I was just researching the other day. This is a Nikon one that I picked up, and this one sold originally for like $750 US. And it's just extraordinary how much technology's changed that you could probably find this 5 years ago for giveaway $1 or something. They've come back a bit now and they're worth a bit of money. But yeah, like, $750 US to almost worthless in, a weird space of time. What else have we got? Hello from Las Cruces, New Mexico. Hello, JT Evans. How are you? Hope you are well. Yeah, Las Cruces. Never been to New Mexico. Would love to go over to the States again. My daughter and my son want to go over to try all the cool food and all the cool restaurants and In-N-Out Burger and all those cool places. So we'll have to come over to the west coast of America sometime in the next few years. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. Yeah, I would love to. The thing is, though, this is why we haven't been to America recently. Is I love, obviously, New Mexico, Arizona, California. These are all places well known for their scenery and their national parks. My family don't like scenery. They're just like you could show them the most beautiful mountain or stream or whatever. And they're like, yeah, it's a stream, Dad. Like, don't care. So I'm not getting in a car and driving around the west coast of America with them for 2 weeks in a car because they'll do my head in. So what else have we got here? Culture here is amazing. Yes, yes, the culture here. Yeah, I'm just talking about the national parks, but of course, yeah, I've got a fabulous culture in America as well. Matt Loves Cameras US made up. How cool would that be? How cool would that be? Yeah, that would be very cool. I would love to do that. You're not a bit further north though, aren't you, Gab? Aren't you in are you in Washington or Seattle, up Seattle way from memory? I think I could be wrong. So there you go. So what else have I got to show you? I've showed you my digicams from the Brisbane Camera Fair. I've showed you. Oh, my wife and my daughter they've just walked past the front window and they scared the bejesus out of me. I'll show you a couple of things I bought, and then I think we're gonna finish up because my wife will probably want a cup of coffee. So I'm the coffee maker in the house. I've got to make the flat whites and then the coffees and stuff. So also from the camera fair, this is this is about the fifth time I've been to the camera fair. And when I was milling around, I saw this table with like a black cloth over it, quite a big table. And I was like, what's going on there? Like, is one of the sellers, are they late or something? No, what's going on? And eventually I went past again and the black cloth was off and there was a sign saying free stuff. And there's like a table full of stuff that you can just take for free. I was looking at some of the stuff and, it's probably all the stuff that people can't sell. But in a box, there was a whole load of Diana F stuff. So this is a flash for Diana F camera. I've actually got one up there with an instant back. Never used it. I've used a little bit of it. Like I took a few pictures with it. Never really got on with the Diana though. But yeah, like this works. How do you do that? Oh, bloody hell, that was a bit bright. But yeah, completely working Diana flash. And there's a whole load of like these lenses. I think there's like a pack you can get for Diana where you get the flash and a whole load of like lenses and stuff. And so this was just in a box. And I was like, yes, please. I will have that for free. Thank you very much. And now that is a further sort of impetus for me to shoot with my Diana. I actually think I've got 3 Dianas. I've got one up there on the shelf. You see that box? That is an original 1960s Diana. It takes 120 film out of, it was made in Kowloon in Hong Kong. I've got a Diana F, which is a black one with an instant back. I think somewhere I've actually got an original, like a Diana Lomo blue one as well. But as you can see, I've just got so much stuff. I need to sell stuff and get rid of stuff. Now, speaking of selling stuff, I have sold a few things. I told you earlier, I sold my X100VI. I was very sad, beautiful, gorgeous camera, but I had to sell it because I wanted this. I wanted this little beauty, the GR IIIx HD. So that was good. This was cheaper than the Fujifilm X100VI. And also this week, I've sold a Olympus Mu 2 and an Olympus Mu 1 because I had doubles of them. I had 2 of each. And I thought, right, I just need some money. Going on holiday soon. The credit card is not looking too good, even though I just sold the X100VI. So yeah, I've sold 3 cameras in the last week or so. And I also sold some Fujifilm batteries. So yeah, I'm feeling good that I've got rid of some stuff I don't need, got more stuff in. It's really great. Richie, Matt, what would you say is a fair price for a Contax T2? Oh gosh, I don't know. Here in Australia, they seem to go for around the 1,500 mark here in Australia, which would be about 1,000 US. Um, I guess the issue with them though is, how reliable they're going to be. I have a T3. The T3s are a little bit more reliable than the T2s. The problem with the T3s though is that they're very expensive. When I was I was actually looking at getting a T2 originally, and I worked out for about an extra $200-300 US I can get a T3, which is slightly smaller and probably it's newer. So I did that. With the T2, yeah, you just got to be careful. There are a couple of places that do repair Contax cameras though. In the US, there's is it Nippon Camera Clinic, I think in New York, that service T2s and T3s, and in the UK there's Triple P. I think Triple P only does repairs if you're in the UK though. I don't think you can send him cameras from outside the UK. That's my understanding. I could be wrong. I think I read that somewhere once though. So yeah, that's the reliability is always a thing. And I'll just show you a couple more things before I finish up. So I've got, yeah, so what have I got here? Oh, I also bought this. This is Fujifilm Electra. This is from Canada, our friends up in the north of North America. So yeah, this is Fujifilm Electra. I was actually just about to show you the film, but I remember now it does say film is very light sensitive, so don't be an idiot and open it up on a live stream. So this was being sold in Australia for I got 8 rolls of this for $80, which is 10 Australian dollars a roll. That's including postage or shipping. So that's about $6, $7 US a roll. So that's great. Yeah, some people in Australia put this in Facebook groups that this was up for sale through a seller here in Australia. So yeah, pretty pumped to shoot some of this. Pretty sure this is the same as Santa Color. I have done a review of Santa Color on this channel that a viewer very kindly sent me. I was actually really surprised. I really liked it. Different kind of color wash, isn't it, to the film, but I really did like it. Gab says, I recently used the Nippon Photo Clinic. Oh wow! So what happened with your T3, Gab? What happened? 2.5 weeks to fix a T3 is fantastic. What went wrong with it? I do have one problem with, where is my T3? I don't even know where it is. But with my T3, the only issue with my T3 is mine is a. I actually bought one off eBay. They said it was a double spool, like had two film spool teeth, double teeth. When it arrived from Japan, it was a single tooth. So they either lied or I don't think they lied. I think they just didn't know what it was. And they sold me a single tooth instead of a double tooth. The issue there is that when you put the film in the T3, the teeth on the take-up spool, if they wear away. And so if the teeth wear away, your film can't wind on and you can't shoot film with the T3. So that is the problem with the T3. And so I wanted a double tooth because they're more reliable. They sold me a single tooth. They gave me a bit of a refund of like a couple $100 US, and I just took it because it was too hard to send it back with the import taxes in Australia. But my single tooth wore away after about 3 rolls. So now what I have to do, I have to use a bit of masking tape, and I have to get the leader of the film and tape it to the take-up spool every time I shoot a roll with my T3. It sounds like a pain in the bum. It's no big deal. Like, it's just something I have to do now. So eventually I do want to get that fixed. Let's have a look. I got it for free from my dad's friend. Oh my gosh, that is a bargain. You got a free T3 from your dad's friend. The lens would not come out when you turned it on. Cost $780 US to fix. Well, that is a bargain to get that fixed. And I hope you get many rolls through that, Gab. Ping me when you get some results back, Gab. I'd love to see them. Super sharp. Yeah, flick film is great, super sharp. Not very good for portraits. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. Interesting. So yeah, I'm actually going to Indonesia in a few weeks' time. We're going to Bali and Flores to have a bit of a family holiday. Go to some temples, and we're going to go hopefully see the Komodo dragon over there in the island of Flores as well. So really looking forward to that. Have I ever shot Ilford Color? No, Ilford Color. I think Ilford Color 400. There's various reports about what Ilford Color is. Some of the results that I've seen, it does look very much like film from this company, Orwo. Some people say it's Ilford Color is Ultramax. Other people have said, if it looks more desaturated, some of the results, it's probably something like NC500, NC400. That's my guess, but I know I haven't shot it. Would actually make sense because Ilford Color are the Swiss German company. They're not Harman Ilford HP5 people, and they're based in Switzerland, Germany, which is not too far away from these guys. So it would kind of make sense if it was this kind of film. So there you go. I think I've shown you everything. Let me have a look at my notes. I don't think I've got anything else to tell you guys. I told you about what cameras I've sold. Oh, I told you about the Brisbane Camera Fair. Oh, the other thing I did, a bit more digital, just to finish off. This is my Olympus OM1 camera. So I sort of, I got sick of carrying the Fujifilm kit around. So I might even sell on my Fujifilm kit. I did buy this little lens here for doing some astro. So this is a 12mm f2 lens. 12mm on this format of camera is about 24mm in full frame. And this apparently is quite a good lens for astro. Got that from Amazon Japan. They sold it through Amazon Australia via Amazon Japan. And it was really cheap. It was like 400 Australian dollars, which is, I don't know, 250, 260 US. So yeah, really looking forward to doing a bit of astro. Hopefully we get some clear skies in Indonesia. And yeah, I'm looking forward to shooting some film in Indonesia. Oh, I can't speak. Looking forward to shooting some film in Indonesia. Looking forward to using the GR3X. I'll be shooting my Frugal film project for June and July with my Stylus Epic. And yeah, might take some flick film with me and whatever else. We'll send you some pics when I finish my roll. Fantastic. Oh, some Fujifilm 400H. Yeah, I've got a couple of, I think maybe one or two rolls of 400H in 35mm left in the fridge, but it's kind of like now, like you have to do something really special with it. I feel like I can't just shoot it for the sake of shooting it. That's one thing. And I've got quite a few rolls of 120 left actually, and I'm kind of weighing up, do I sell some or not? I sold some at the camera fair last year in Brisbane, and I'm like, if I feel like if I sell it, I'll regret it, and like I'll just sort of park that thought. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. So make sure you look out for 2 new videos are coming in the next week. I've got the 5 cameras I can't live without, which is all film cameras. Although right at the end, I do mention the GR3 because I love it so much. So that's 5 cameras I can't live without coming within the next 24 hours or so. And then later this week, I will be doing a video about the Brisbane Camera Fair, and I'll be showing you all 8 digicams, and I'll be telling you about them. I'll be playing all the cool little noises they make. And yeah, I'm also doing a selfie test with each one to make sure, does it pass the selfie test? So I'll be doing that. Thank you, Richie. Thank you, Gab. Thank you, Keegan. Who else we got in here? Thank you, JT. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, everybody. I think I've mentioned everybody who said hello. Thank you for listening to me. I hope you enjoyed this. And thanks, Gab. Can't wait for the future. Can't wait for the future vids. Thanks for the stream. Thank you. Take care. Have a good weekend. See you later. Bye bye.